still dream of us in the dead of night, waking up to empty arms, chasing faded light. Sleep pulls me back to our old farmhouse, where the floorboards creak under our weight. Your head on my chest, breathing steady, dreams we built before it got too late. We'd whisper plans for babies in land, old age rocking on that porch. Now I wake up sweating from the visions, reality a heavier torch. The quilt you stitch still covers this bed, threads holding memories tight. I trace the patterns in the darkness, fighting sleep with all my might. Mama says dreams are God's way of healing, but mine just reopen the wound. I still dream of us every evening. Morning comes too soon. Reality hits like a winter wind, cold truth where your warmth used to be. I still dream of us to survive the days, only place you're still with me. I still dream of us where love never said goodbye, holding tight to midnight visions while the real world makes me cry. I still dream of us alive in sleep's embrace, waking up to shattered pieces of a love time can't erase. Nightmares blend with sweet memories. Now your taillights in my rearview glass, and suddenly we're dancing barefoot, like the pain never came to pass. Friends say let go, find reality, but waking life's a living hell. Dreams keep you breathing in my bedroom, where our story used to dwell. The coffee pot brews for one these days, but in dreams it's always two. Pouring sugar just the way you like, saying all the things I never knew. I fight the salmon every evening, dreading both the dream and dawn, 'cause dreaming hurts when you wake alone, but not dreaming hurts more when you're gone. Twilight highway, sleep pulling me under, got us laughing like rolling thunder. I was raised, face facts, don't chase ghosts, move on, but dreams got changed that twilight dawn. No escape patch, no waking clean break, just you smiling through heartache's wake. That's the prison nobody sees locked tight, when sleep's your lover in dead of night. Now I'm by the room with Morpheus deals, trading daylight for dreamland fields. One hand fighting pillows, one reaching blind, carrying us through the fall line. I still dream of us, 'cause my vice, closest thing to paradise. That's the truth when the blacktop dreams bleed. Some loves only live where the subconscious feeds. If dreams could rewrite our ending, pull you back through the bedroom door, I sleep forever in that farmhouse, never wake to pain anymore. I still dream of us, through tears and endless nights, clinging to sleep like a lifeline, chasing your ghost in the moonlight. Waking up to empty mornings, losing all over my soul. I still dream of us, and I always will. So when the world goes quiet tonight, and shadows claim the room, know there's a man still dreaming of love that beat back the gloom. once. It happened mile by mile. I was too busy chasing something to notice the fading of her smile. We started out like Sunday morning, easy, warm, and slow. Had a little house outside the city, and a love I thought I'd always know. She used to meet me in the kitchen with that coffee and that grin, like every day was still worth something, and every night could start again. But somewhere in the years grinding, in the dead and in the drive, I was fighting hard for our tomorrow while she was barely staying alive. I missed the signs she was drifting, missed the night she cried alone, too caught up in the destination to notice I'd lost her at home. Now I'm standing in the driveway of a life I thought I'd built, with a woman who just needed more than money and my guilt. I lost her somewhere along the way, between the hustle and the haze, between the bills and all the big dreams, and the slow forgetting days. I lost her somewhere along the way, not to another man, no fight, just to the silence I kept feeding, and the love I left on light. Everybody talks about the big wrongs, the cheating and the lies, but nobody warns you about the quiet that slowly kills what's alive. It's the dinners where you don't ask, it's the fine you don't push through, it's 1,000 tiny choices that say the world more than you knew. Now her side of the bed stays empty, and the house sounds like the truth. I was standing right beside her and still left her alone in the room. And that's the kind of pain that blindsides when you thought you played it right. To lose somebody to your presence is the darkest kind of night. Yeah. Late night drive with a dash lit dim, got a last look running circles again. I was all work, all grind, all for a lean, never stopped to ask what love between us means. No big fight, no crash, no slamming door, just a slow fade out on a hardwood floor. And it's worse somehow when it dies, that's still when you were right there and lost her still. Now I'm talking to God through the windshield rain, asking how a present man can cause this pain. One hand on the wheel, one hand on shame, and the hard learning to live without her name. And the truth cuts deep when the road goes long. Sometimes you lose the one you love by just going wrong, in the small ways, the quiet ways, the everyday. I lost her somewhere along the way. If I could go back to those ordinary nights, I'd put the phone down and look in her eyes. I'd ask how she's feeling and mean every word, and actually listen to everything I never heard. I lost her somewhere along the way, not in one great fall from grace, but in 1,000 small surrenders. And the love I failed to chase, I lost her somewhere along the way. And now the truth won't let me sleep. The easiest person in the world to lose is the one you always meant to keep. I lost her somewhere along the way, and I can't find my way back. So if you hear this where you are now, somewhere past where we gave in, no, I'd trade every road I've walked since to find you at the beginning. I lost her somewhere along the way, and I'll spend the rest of my trying to understand exactly cross that line. I loved you in silence. There's a shadow on the porch where your footsteps used to fall. Now the screen door cries your name every time the night wind calls. I still keep your coffee cup beside the kitchen sink. Like if I leave it where it was, maybe you'll come back to me. I was never good with words, I let my love hide in dust. And the way I fixed your old car, and the way I gave my trust. You were the light inside this house, the calm inside my storms. Now I sleep beside your memory and wake up cold and torn. And I know I should've said it, should've laid my whole soul bare, but I loved you in the silence. And silence left me here. I loved you in silence. Now I'm dying with the sound of every word I never said, still dragging me down. You were my heaven in the headlights, my prayer in the dark. Now I'm just a broken country song with you ghost in my heart. I loved you in silence. Silence tore us apart. Your goodbye was like thunder rolling low across the field. No screaming, no slamming doors, just a pain I couldn't heal. You said I waited long enough for you to let me in, but I was fighting all my demons, never told you where I'd been. I thought love was in the working, in the bleeding of my hands, and the miles I drove to hold you in the way I made my plans. But love needs more than strong shoulders, more than sweat and sacrifice. And now your name is carved in me like moonlight on a knife. I loved you in silence. Now I'm dying with the sound of every word I never said, still dragging me down. You were my heaven in the headlights, my prayer in the dark. Now I'm just a broken country song with you ghost in my heart. I loved you in silence. Silence tore us apart. Yeah, cut it all buried like dirt in the chest, like pain in a bottle, like smoke in a breath. Like every I need you got stuck in my throat. Now I'm writing you truths that I never once spoke. I was raised like a man, don't crack, don't bend, don't cry, don't break, just work, pretend. So I wore all my love like a lock and chain, and by the time I reached for you, you were gone in the rain. Now these back roads know me every turn, every scar, every midnight mile, with your memory in the car. And I trade every tough line, every wall, every lie for one more shot to look at you and say what I feel inside. If I could go back, I'd pull you close, let the whole world hear what mattered most. I'd say your name like a sacred hymn, tell you losing you is where the dark begins. But the night don't rewind, and the dust don't forgive, so I sing to your shadow with what's left of me to give. I loved you in silence. Now the silence screams your name. Every room inside this house still echoes with the blame. You were my fire in the dead cold, my shelter in the storm. Now I'm just a lonely silhouette, trying to hold what's gone. I loved you in silence. God, I loved you all along. Now the whiskey's gone bitter and the midnight cuts deep. I loved you in silence, and that silence buried me. piece I had to give. Now I'm hollowed out and empty, barely strong enough to live. I'd skip meals so you could eat first, work double shifts through fever nights, gave you dreams while I chased shadows, held you close through all our fights. Your happiness was my religion, prayed to it on bended knee, sacrificed my pride and future just to set your spirit free. That old truck I sold for your college, rusted frame where we carved out names. Now I walk these gravel roads alone, playing our losing games. Mama says self-love ain't selfish, but mine died the day you left. I loved you more than myself, darling. Now I'm what's truly bereft. Poured my soul into your vessel, left myself a dried up well. I loved you more than myself completely. Now I'm living half in hell. I loved you more than myself, gave my all till nothing stayed. Watched you bloom while I withered in the choices that I made. I loved you more than myself till my mirror showed a ghost. Now I'm paying for the worship of the love I needed most. Yeah, friends call me fool for building altars to a goddess who wouldn't stay. I laugh it off with whiskey bravado while my foundation slipped away. Your new life shines on social media, diamonds flash and smile so wide, while I count regrets and empty bottles, nowhere left to hide. Church pews echo with my confessions. Pastor says God's love fills the void, but divine grace can't touch this hunger. Self-love I never employed. I trace the scars where I cut for you, gave blood, sweat, and broken bone. I loved you more than myself always. Now I'm reaping what I've sown. Back row pennies, dashboard flickering dim. Got self-sacrifice bleeding out from within. I was raised give all, never count the cost, but some altars crumble when the idol walks off. No grand betrayal, just slow evaporation. Leaves a man worshiping his own devastation. That's the offering, nobody refunds in pain. When you love past empty, nothing to gain. Now I'm preaching gospel through gravel and dust, asking why devotion turns to rust. One hand on my chest with a heartbeat slow, carrying worship with a self-love eroded. I loved you more than myself, that's the crime. Burn my core bright so your star could shine. That's the truth when the black top runs cold. Some vibes assume what they should have controlled. If I could reclaim the pieces I surrender, build myself back from the ash and stone, I'd still see your face in every foundation, wondering if I should have loved me alone. I loved you more than myself through hunger, heartbreak, and shame. Gave every organ, every heartbeat just to light your flame. I loved you more than myself till I became the sacrifice. Now I'm altar offering ashes, paying love's final price. I loved you more than myself and lost the man I was. So when you shine bright in your new tomorrow and forget the cost of your flight, know there's a shadow man still burning who loved you more than his own life. Through storms that tore us raw. Now the door's wide open, and I'm all that's left to fall. We'd fight like hell till dawn broke through. Then you'd pull me close and say, baby, we're worth every scar we carry, and make the pain fade away. Your arms were home when life got ugly. Your voice the anchor in my rage. You stayed when others would run, turned every page. That kitchen table held our battles, coffee cold tears running free. But morning always found us laughing, you right there next to me. Now the chairs sit empty facing echoes of what we built so strong. I miss the way you stayed, darling. Now everything feels wrong. Loyalty like yours don't come twice. You weathered every storm I brought. I miss the way you stayed beside me. Now I'm the one who's lost. I miss the way you stayed when the world said walk away. Held me through the wreckage, love me anyway. I miss the way you stayed, my rock when I was frail. Now the silence screams your absence, and my heart will never heal. I see your truck still in the driveway, keys hang where you left them last. But the woman who fought for forever drove off and never looked back. Friends say I drove you to leave, and maybe they're right, maybe not. But nobody stayed like you did, nobody loved like we fought. The porch light burns all night waiting for footsteps that won't return. I replay every word, I wish I swallowed every bridge that I burned. Your Bible sits open to Psalms where you underline love endures. I miss the fighter in your fire, the one who stayed so pure. Yeah, back road breakdowns, dashboard saints, got your stand power running through my veins. I was raised tough, love don't fold, stand firm, but some hearts fell quiet when they finally learned. No explosion, no time screaming escape, just absence heavier than yesterday's rain. That's the blade nobody warns you about when loyalty walks out without a shout. Now I'm confessing to empty truck seats, asking forgiveness from rearview repeats. One hand on regret, one clutch in the wheel, carrying weight of the love that was real. I miss the way you stayed, that's my hell. Fought for the spool till the freedom rate builds. It's the truth when the tail lights turn red. Some niggas get cut when the ship's near dead. If I could turn back every angry word, pull you close and make it right, I beg you stay forever, baby. Be my anchor through the night. I miss the way you stayed through fire, flood, and shame. Gave me grace when I deserved none. Love me just the same. I miss the way you stayed, the fighter by my side. Now I'm lost without your fire. Got no place left to hide. I miss the way you stay, and I'll miss it all my days. So when the storms roll in tonight and thunder shakes these walls, know I'm still here missing the way you never let me fall. I miss who I was before the world, before the dust got in my soul, before I learned how losing feels, before I got this cold. look at life like sunrise, like every road was mine to ride. Had a clean heart and some wild hope and fire I didn't have to hide. Now there's rust around my prayers, girl, and scars beneath this flannel skin. I wear my silence like my father did, and call it strength again. There's an old me in the mirror that I barely recognize. He ain't dead, but he's buried deep behind these tired eyes. I gave this world my back and blood, and it taught me how to bend. But somewhere in becoming a man, I lost the boy I'd been. Now I'm driving through the midnight with regret beside me curled, and all I keep on thinking is I miss who I was before the world. I miss who I was before the world, before the hurt, before the blame, before I learned to hide my heart and drink away the pain. I miss who I was before the world, before goodbye became my truth, before life took my open hands and filled them up with proof. There's a picture in the glove box of a kid with fearless eyes, standing in the yard at sunset like nothing good could ever die. Mama said don't let this world make your heart too hard to feel, but the world got hands like winter and it don't care what it steals. I've loved and lost and lied to myself, said I was doing fine, but pain got a way of settling in like smoke that outlives fire. Now every town feels temporary, every night feels twice as long, and I keep hearing echoes of a version of me that's been gone too long. Yeah. Late night ride, got the back rows black, got my whole past sitting in the back. I was raised stand tall, don't crack, don't cry, so I learned real young how to let feelings die. Put a fist on the pain, put a grin on the face, walk through hell like I was straight. But pain don't leave just cause a man acts strong, it just waits in the dark and tags along. Now I'm talking to guys through a cracked windshield, trying to tell them this hurt still feels too real. One hand on the wheel, one hand on rage, trying to find that boy from a younger age. But for the bills, for the loss, for the wars inside, before I learned how a grown man hides and the truth cuts deep. When the night gets still, you can survive this world and still get killed. If I could step back through the years, before the damage, before the weight, I'd tell that boy, hold on to your heart, the world don't give it back the same. I miss who I was before the world, before the nights got mean and long, before I turned my tears to whiskey and my pain into a song. I miss who I was before the world, before I wore this grown man shame. Now I'm just smoking bones and memory, trying to find that light again. I miss who I was before the world, and maybe that's what hurts the most. So if that younger me can hear me, somewhere past the dark I've known, tell him I'm still looking for him, in a heart that don't feel like home. Saw forever in your eyes that night, like time itself had stopped to stare. Now those eyes are just a memory, and forever's somewhere out there. Parked on that old dirt road, stars burning, holes up in the sky. Your head against my shoulder, talking about the rest of our lives. You said you'd follow anywhere I led. I believed every word you sighed. In that moment I saw forever reflected in your eyes. That porch light glowed across the pasture where we carved our names in wood. Promise rings and kids in old age, like we knew we always would. But life don't care about forever, don't honor what we swear. One look was all it took to break it, one moment to disappear. Now I'm chasing shadows of what might have been, through the miles you put between. I saw forever in your eyes once, now it's the cruelest thing I've seen. I saw forever in your eyes, but forever had other plans, left me holding broken promises. With these empty, shaking hands, I saw forever in your eyes. Now it's just a ghost I chase, the future that we almost lived, staring back from your empty space. Your toothbrush sits beside the sink still, coffee mug up on the shelf. I drive past all our old hiding spots, talk to you when I'm by myself. Mama says time will dull the aching, but time just sharpens all the lies. Every day I see those eyes again and ask heaven why. Friends say move on, find somebody, like love's just rows of corn to pick. But nobody can replace forever, nobody matches that look you give. I keep your picture in my wallet, once off from nights too long, still searching for that moment when everything felt strong. Yeah. Late night blacktop, stars burning cold, good that forever look still burning through my soul. I was raised hold tight, don't let go, fight true, but some love slipped quiet like morning dew. No big crash, no war, just a slow unraveling in, where the future you saw turns pretend. It's colder than December, cutting to the bone, when forever leaves you standing all alone. Now I'm talking to God through these back road confessions, asking why perfect moments turn to obsessions. One hand on the wheel, one hand on the A, carrying eyes that my whole heart can't shake. I saw forever in your eyes, it's my curse, closest thing to heaven, now it hurts. That's the truth when the highway bends dark, some visions haunt deeper than the scars. If I could look into your eyes one more time, see that forever shining bright, I'd hold it close and never let go, through every storm and every fight. I saw forever in your eyes, but forever turned and walked away, left me with the ghost of promises and a lifetime to pay. I saw forever in your eyes, the truest thing I ever knew. Now it's just a broken mirror reflecting back to you. I saw forever in your eyes, lost it all the same. So when the stars come out tonight and the night feels cold to me, I'll still see forever shining in the place you used to be. Still see that night like it's frozen in the doorway, your hand slipping out of mine, like love was already halfway gone. And all I can think now is I should have held you longer. crease in your side of the blanket, like the bed still remembers your shape. And your coffee cup sits by the sink, like the morning just made a mistake. I still walk through this house in the dark, like I know where your shadow would be. But the only thing waiting in these rooms is what's left of you and me. You said you were tired, not angry, and somehow that hurt even more. No slamming of hands on the table, no storm, no war, no slam door. Just a silence so loud in the kitchen, I still hear it over the rain. And the last time I looked in your eyes, I watched forever change. I should've pulled you in closer, should've fought harder for one more night. Should've read all the hurt in your breathing before you disappeared from my life. Now I replay that last goodbye, like I could change it if I tried. But memory's a cruel old flame, it burns but never rewrites. I should've held you longer, should've never let your hand slip free. Should've loved a little louder when you were still right here with me. Now I'm staring at the ghost of us in every room, in every corner. And every night I break again, thinking I should've held you longer. I should've held you longer before the silence took your place. Now all I got are midnight prayers and your goodbye on my face. I've been driving all these back roads with your memory in the seat, talking to the dashboard lights like they might say something back to me. Every town looks half as living, every song sounds half as true. Since the night I let you walk away and lost the best part of you, your perfume's gone from the hallway, but the ache still hangs in the air. And I swear this old house leans different, like it knows you're not there. I tell the boys that I'm alright, put a strong face on in town, but pain's a hard old truth at midnight when there's no one else around. And I hate that it took your leaving to show me what I should've done. Now I'm learning regret is a long road with no place left to run. Yeah. Now I'm too beat with the headlights low. Got your last words burning like a cut in my soul. I was raised stay tough, don't bend, don't fold. But this kind of pain make a grown man cold. No crash, no fire, no big C made, just a slow fade out and the love decayed. And I keep going back to the look in your eyes, trying to find a second will forever die. Got your name in my chest and your ghost in the frame. Every room in this house still calling your name. I keep saying I'm fine, but that lie ain't clean. I'm a man half awake in a broken dream. Should've held on tight, I should've seen that hurt. Should've put your heart before my pride and work. Now I'm left with the dark and the truth I can't dodge. You were reaching for love and I was missing the job. Now the night hit hard, another bed feels wide. Now regret sits shotgun on every drive, and the hardest truth that I ever learned is unless I show up after everything burns. If I held you when you were breaking, would you still be here tonight? If I listened to your silence, could I have saved our life? But you can't stop a heart from leaving once it's already gone too far. So I hold on to your memory now, like a man holding broken stars. I should've held you longer when your eyes were begging me to see. Should've dropped my pride right there and gave you all you needed from me. Now I'm living with the weight of us, and every wound grows stronger. Every night I hear your last goodbye and think I should've held you longer. Keeps pulling me under. A man can live through losing love, but regret will haunt him longer. So if you ever hear this, somewhere past the midnight blue, just know I still reach for that last moment, like I can still get back to you. If I had one more second, one more breath, one more chance, I wouldn't say a word. I'd just hold you longer. Longer. Kept my head up through the storm, kept my tears behind my eyes. I smiled so no one would worry, while I was falling apart inside. How to wear a straight face, like it was stitched right to my skin. Say I'm good when I was drowning, say I'm fine when I couldn't win. I was the one that held it together, the one that counted on at night. But every laugh was just a cover for the war I hid inside. There were nights I sat in silence, with my whole world turned to dust, trying not to let it show, girl, trying not to lose their trust. Cause when you're the one that people lean on, you don't get much room to break. So I swallowed every heartbreak, and I smiled for their sake. I was bleeding where nobody saw, too proud to let it show. The saddest kind of hurt of all is when nobody knows. I smiled so no one would worry, while my heart was screaming loud. I wore a mask of I'm okay, and carried all my doubt. I smiled so no one would worry, but the pain still cut me through. Sometimes the strongest looking men are the ones that need you too. There's a mirror in this old house that don't like what it has seen. A man who lost his way to coping and forgot how to be seen. I kept my tears in the rear view, kept my sorrow in the dark. Thought if I could just keep moving, I could outrun a broken heart. Yeah, but the road don't fix the damage, and the whiskey don't erase all the nights I sat there lonely with a smile on my face. Now I'm learning late and lonely what it means to let it show, that the heaviest kind of burden is the pain you never know. Yeah, late night ride, dash light low, got a fake grin on, but the hurt won't go. I was taught real young, don't fold, don't cry, keep it bottled up and let the pain walk by. But that kind of lesson costs a soul, makes a man look fine while he's losing control. No big scene, no crash, no flame, just a quiet kind of death with a smile in the name. And I'm talking to God through the windshield rain, asking have I lived through so much pain. One hand on the wheel, one hand on fear, trying to keep my voice from disappearing. I smile so no one would worry, but that smile came at a cost. You can hide the cracks from everyone else, still end up feeling lost. If I had one true moment to tell the world what's real, I'd say the hardest men to love are the ones that never heal. I smiled so no one would worry, while my heart was breaking clean. Kept the storm locked deep inside me and wore a calm, cold sheen. I smiled so no one would worry, but now the truth comes through. If you see somebody smiling, they might be hurting too. I smiled so no one would worry, and that nearly broke me in two. So if you ever see me laugh, not always mean that the man behind the smile is as okay as he seems. I smile so no one would worry, but I'm asking now for me. I still hear you in the silence, whispering through the empty air. Your voice haunts every corner, a ghost I can't repair. Clock ticks louder than a heartbeat in this house we used to share. Your laughter echoes down the hallway, filling voids that aren't there. Coffee pot gurgles for two still. Yours goes cold like all my days. I strain to catch your morning humming in the quietest ways. That old radio crackles static, plays the songs we used to sway. I turn the dial but hear your voice, singing words that slipped away. Mama calls to check my spirit, so silence heals the deepest cut, but every hush just amplifies you, twisting tighter in my gut. No words spoken, no sound breaking, just your echo in me. I still hear you in the silence, loudest thing, I'll never be free. I still hear you in the silence, every breath, every pause between. Your voice cuts clearer than a sermon through this void where you've been. I still hear you in the silence, whispering love we couldn't say, haunting every empty moment, from cradle to the grave. Porch swing creaks a rockin' rhythm, wind chimes sing your favorite tune. I sit and listen for your footsteps, praying shadows come alive soon. The friends say fill the choir with a living new love, laughter, louder life, but silence amplifies your absence. Knife twisting slow as wife. Bedroom fan spins accusations, white noise laced with your good night sheets. Still hold your body's outline, cold comfort through the fight. Church bells toll your name in distance, every ring a fresh attack. I still hear you in the silence, nothing pulls your echo back. Yeah, hollow house, the acoustics amplifying pain. Got your whisper bouncing off the window pane. I was raised still silence with work, drawn to call, but echoes got volume cranked through these walls. No fade out, no volume knob turning down, just spectre stereo spinning heartbreak sound. That's the frequency nobody mutes on low, and absence screams louder than you used to know. Now tuning in a static apparitions faint, asking floorboards where your voice remains. One hand cup to catch the phantom, carrying quiet that demands it. I still hear you in the silence, that's the curse. Closest thing to presence, haunting worse. That's the truth when the farmhouse breathes alone. Some voices echo deeper in the quiet zone. If silence could forget your cadence sweet, I beg the quiet never speak again. But echoes feel more living than my lonely, more real than any friend. I still hear you in the silence, through sermon shifts and starless skies. Your voice the soundtrack to my suffering. No escape, no goodbyes. I still hear you in the silence, the cruelest song I ever knew. Now every hush replays forever, love's phantom singing through. I still hear you in the silence. quiet's killing me. So when the world goes still tonight and shadows swallow all the sound, know there's a man still listening for the voice that's still around. There's a space in this room where your laughter used to land, and every night without thinking I still reach for your hand. Coffee cup is dusty now, still sitting by the sink, like time got stuck the day you left and never stopped to think. Your jacket's hanging by the door like you'll come home again, but that's just how heartbreak works. It teaches fools pretend. I still drive that old black road where you used to lean on me, windows down, your hair gone wild, singing half the melody. Back when love felt like a fire that never could burn out. Now it's ashes in my chest and smoke I can't breathe around. I gave you all the parts of me I never showed the world, the cracked and scarred, the restless heart, the bore beneath the hurt, and you held them like forever, like they were safe with you. Now I'm left with empty arms and nights I can't get through. I know you're gone, I know the truth, but some habits don't break easy when they were built on loving you. I still reach for your hand in the middle of the night, like your touch could save me, like your love could make this right. I still call out your name when the silence gets too loud. Yeah, I hold on to your ghost like it's all I got now. You're gone, but my heart don't understand, so I still reach for your hand. You didn't leave in anger, and somehow that cut deeper. No shattered glass, no war, just two tired, broken people. You looked at me like someone trying hard not to cry, and I watched my whole world in behind your quiet eyes. I replay every little thing, every word, every lie, every "we'll be fine" you whisper while we slowly came untied. Forever turned to strangers standing 6 feet apart, and I learned the hardest goodbye is the one without a spark. I tried whiskey, tried long drives, tried drowning out your memory, but pain don't leave because you run and ride shotgun endlessly. So I wear this hurt like leather, black and tied against my skin, and every sunrise feels like losing you all over again. Yeah. Now I'm riding through the night with your name on my breath, got your shadow in the seat and your goodbye in my chest. Got a phone full of old texts, got a mind full of smoke, trying not to break apart. Every time I feel hope, I was raised to stay solid, keep the pain down low, take the hit, stand tall, never let the heart show. But nobody told me love could leave a man this weak. Got me talking to the dark like it might finally speak. No blood on the floor, no crash, no scene, just a slow fade out of everything we used to mean. And the truth hits harder than the whiskey ever came. You let go for good, but I still reach for your hand. If love was enough, you'd still be here. If prayers could hold you, you'd still be near. But all I got left is the shape of goodbye and the ache of your memory still living in my life. I still reach for your hand when the cold won't let me sleep, like your fingers still remember every promise we couldn't keep. I still call out your name, even knowing you won't come. I'm fighting with the silence and the man that I've become. You're gone, but my heart still makes a stand. So I still reach for your hand. Maybe one day This old heart will understand why you walked away. But tonight, in the dark, without thinking, I still reach for your hand.